Hello, 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 everyone. It is Elsid 932 on YouTube. Thank you so much for joining me. We are here. It is Tuesday. It is Tuesday. We are only in the second working day of the new year, unless you had to work on Friday like myself. Okay. So, welcome on in. We are here to talk about Ready to Love Detroit. It has been a week. It has been a week. And if you have joined me for Messy Member Monday, you'll understand what kind of week we talking about, okay? You'll understand what kind of week where we started off talking about some parts of the show. So let's see, Quay, good to see you. Good to have you here. Okay, good to see you. Hey, Ari, good to see you. Good to have you here. I have some fun treats. I have some fun kernels within this recap and review. I hope you will hang out with me while we go over this. And I have some lessons. Okay. There's some lessons that I think we all should know a little bit more about because we use this not only to talk about how people are navigating in this edited, produced show, we're also going to talk about things that they didn't know that maybe we also didn't know. Okay. So, how we going to start off this time is we start off episode 9 in the ladies' lounge. Remember, it's in the ladies' lounge. Hey, what's Aaron? Good to see you. Good to have you here. And I noticed Ashante, you win the fur. Okay. Ashante came through with the fur. Okay. She did not have to have it gifted from Darius, but Ashante came through with her fur coat. And Tommy even noticed it. Good day, chat plus those in the hey to everyone in the clouds and beyond. So, Tommy asked, "What did your friends think about these gentlemen?" Dom says that, and he said only good things for right now. Dom says her friends, Bello is the best fit. He stood on business. He was consistent. We can say that about Bello. Hey to go to Africa. Next up, Ashley. She said, Darius, he said what they needed to hear from him. Okay, it's sounding performative, but okay. Shannon said that Steven, likes that he matches her and he is ready for the next, but is he ready for the next steps? But Shannon, I thought Mercedes said none of these men are good enough. But okay, if we got to pick somebody, I guess you're going to pick Steven. Ashante said, Steven, genuine, but they wanted to see his vulnerability. All right, all right. Donna said Vince 100%, she likes him, he gets her, she gets him. They are two sides of the same coin. Now, after Donna said Vince, and y'all, this could have been edited to flow in this direction, but we heard Lauren sigh about Vince. Y'all heard it, right? A mile away. Hey, Munira, good to see you. I wonder if you heard it all the way on the continent you're on. Hey, Chicago girl. Did we see? Did we hear Lauren sigh all the way? So much so that Tommy's like, what in the heck happened? What Vince do? She says, they were rooting for Vince, but she talked about the height. She said there was a 10-minute argument about the height. And she does not know how Vince will act when she takes him places. But this is not what I really had a problem with what Lauren said about Vince. It's when we use the word aggressive. She used the word aggressive to talk about Vince. And I was like, was it really? What we saw was not aggressive, okay? What we saw was not aggressive. And Lauren, I would have given you that. I would have said, you know what? We didn't see aggressive. I would leave room for that. But your friend still picked him. And I don't know about your friends, but my friends would not pick an aggressive man to be around me, with me, or around them. So although I leave room for Lauren that says, hey, y'all ain't see everything. Yes, we did not see everything. But your friends who were there still picked Vince. So make it make sense. The math ain't math. And Donna, the math ain't mathin'. I would give it to you if your friends weren't contradicting you. I mean, heck, they could have picked Steven. They could have picked Bello. Why they want to pick Vince after they saw all the men? Bella wasn't argumentative, I'm sure. Steven wasn't argumentative, I'm sure. Why would they pick the debater? Why would they pick a man that they're not sure how he will act in public with you? I'm just saying. Your friends, are they really your friends? That's all I gotta say. Are they really your friends? Because they're picking somebody contradictory to what you want in your life. I don't need a guy to be 6 foot plus because I can live with 5'9" at a minimum. But 10 minutes really worth talking about over something so frivolous. Mm. Delphine says, hello, folks, and Lauren's full of ish. Yes, Delphine, you came in kicking in the door. I usually expect that from someone else, but you came in kicking in the door. Hey, Locks Queen, good to see you. Good to have you all here. Hey, D Brown, so glad you caught the live. Okay, workday can go by faster. That's what we're here for. That's what we're here for. It was wrong of her to call him aggressive. She could have called him stubborn, argumentative, a debater, all kinds of stuff. All kinds of stuff. You know, I would take that if her friends didn't. Why would the friends pick him? Now, if the friends didn't pick him, you know, it's like, why did he rise above Bello in her friends' eyes? Why did he rise above Steven? If he was that argumentative, aggressive, and that much of a debater, okay? Delphine said, no, I'm that chick. She's like, I'm the one kicking in the door all the time. That's why we love having you here, Delphine. So, the least connections, Tommy asked. Ashante said Carde, okay. The friend said run from Carde, that he is textbook. Ashley said Carde, always been surface with Carde. Lauren said Carde, you know, he asked questions and she feels like she got to do homework. He always feel like she got to do homework, but it seems like he's a great guy. Okay. Okay. D Brown asked an important question. Did you hit the like on the way in? While you're getting comfortable, hit that like button, please. Thank you very much. That was a public service announcement. Now back to your regularly scheduled program. So Dominique said Devin, the energy was weak. Now Dom said that the whole K, it was weak. Okay, I heard it. She needs a confident man. Shannon said Devin, you know, tells her that she's his number one when they speak privately, but when he's put in the spot, she's number two. She's in the top two. We could have told you, Shannon, that you was in the top two because he always says, you know, Dom is my boo. We could have told you, but you know, you can't hear from us while we all watching this edited produced show. Now Donna says Devin, not sure what he wants from her. It's like Donna's like, why are you calling me? Why are you calling me? In the last episode, Vince appeared taller when standing next to Lauren. Was she wearing kitten heels? Was she in flats? I don't know. Okay, I don't know. Vince does appear. Now, y'all know camera angles and lighting. I'm sorry, Vince. I know you probably are 6'2". You answered the question, but it could be lighting. It could be anything, you know, just to be argumentative. Okay, just so I could be argumentative. So Tommy tells the ladies, take these fellas out and take them out and tell them what they got to hear. Okay, tell them what they need to hear. Ashley takes Carde out. Shannon takes Devin out. I said, daggone it. You know, is this the same producer that picked Nicole to take Ed out? Is this the same producer? Because Shannon taking Devin out again is chef's kiss. One of his strong connections taking him out. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I am sorry. That is the best thing they could have done. Okay, that is the best thing. So these two gentlemen are on the bottom, Carde and Devin. Hey, Just Rhonda 01, you hitting the like. Love it. Love it. And y'all, please go to Just Rhonda 01. She is definitely doing your married twos, your housewives, all of the things. And she has, you know, she scrolls through her internet. You know, she good for that. You ain't gonna know what you're gonna find if I scroll through my internet. It's gonna be some wild stuff that we don't need to be seeing on here. But she does that show on her channel. So just check out Just Rhonda 01. I was happy to see Shannon tell Devin it was time to go. Did you see Shannon's face though? Let's get through it. So Cartier walks in and he was going to give Ashley the church handshake. You know the church handshake? The little and Ashley's like, well, what we doing? And because she said that, Cartier goes in for the hug and knocks at the drink. There is spillage over the rim of the glass of her martini. I said, no, Cartier. Oh, no. Oh, no. You going home on a spilled drink. I'm sorry. Even I would be like, production, I know he's supposed to stay, but he just knocked my drink. He just knocked my drink. Okay? Can we send him home instead? I'm just messing with y'all. You excited to get into this good episode? Cartier is always trying to say something profound and comes off looking like an earhead. And that could be his edit. Or is that him in real life? We don't know. This is an edited show. But the ladies are saying he don't get deep. We will get there. We'll get deep into that. So Ashley says that, Ashley tells him, we only talked 2 times after that friend date. He said he's consistent in what he deems important. I said, daggone it. Ashley, he just told you ain't important. That's another strike. I'll be like, could we send him home? He just said I'm not important. She says, she does tell him he's definitely ready to love. Okay. But we want more Cartier. They want more. They want to know what the Cartier experience is. And he says he wants to do more so the ladies don't see him as shallow. Okay? So the ladies don't see him as shallow. Shannon, I told you, took Devin out. She said, hey, the date was lukewarm. And she wanted him to show up for her. And he said, hey, it's been fluctuating. This is where Devin put his entire foot all the way to the ankle in his mouth. It's been fluctuating. Dom has been his number 1 and Ashanti has been steady rising. I'm like, why are we telling Shannon the whole game? Even if I'm leaving, you ain't gonna know the whole game till you watch the show now. You wouldn't have known that Dom was my number 1 or my boo. I would never tell you. Uh-oh, here's Delphine say, ooh, Okay now. Cartier should have asked for a towel to clean up the spill. Now, funny you should say that because it was not a napkin spill. It was enough to need an entire towel. I'm sorry. It was almost a third of the drink, if not half. Okay? So, why are we telling so much? Devin, Shannon, you shouldn't hear you. And y'all see Shannon's face. Shannon is looking at Devin like, Every time they pan to Shannon, it's like, what is the next set of bull you gonna tell me? That is exactly the look that was on Shannon's face that we saw the entire time, okay? The entire time. So she says, you're not ready to love. He said it's hard, the hard part of the process is narrowing down his interests. And, if he was more assertive with his dates, maybe he would not have been here. Yeah, I get it. It's a lot of great ladies, but you could only pick one, Devin. You could only pick one. But while y'all are roasting Devin about the fact that he has so many connections, y'all are missing Steven. And I keep telling y'all every week, stop sleeping on Steven. Steven got a lot of connections too. Cartier wasn't voted off because he's Dominique's friend. She seems to have a little influence or power among most of the ladies. Seems so. Exactly. Devin missed his cue. He talked about his fluctuating list without highlighting his feelings for Shannon right in front of him. Shannon and those pearls are taking me down. Hey, Xavier told you, do not throw your pearls, cast your pearls amongst swine. Okay. Why is Devin adding Ashanti to his list? I don't know. Is it adding? Ashanti could be on his list and we just don't see it. Okay. We just don't see it. Yes, Steven is a mess. But y'all falling for the good old school teacher in the daggone cardigans. It works every time. Yeah, I was side-eyeing Dom for most of this episode. Is she the Nini of the... exactly. Realized from the first time she had never been on the bottom. What's Aaron? Okay. My conspiracy theory about that is that they put Dom on the bottom because they know there was a second mixer. Okay. So she could get more airtime. And then she's never been on the bottom since then. That's my conspiracy theory. I have nothing to back this up. Nothing at all. Okay. Now, Tommy tells them we heading to the retreat. We riding out. We riding out together, together. I want Shannon to quit playing dumb and naive. What's that? What's that? Yeah. We clocked it. Riding in this retreat, Bello is driving with Dom and Dom is in the passenger seat. Real cozy, y'all. Real comfortable. Okay. And Shannon is in the back seat. And if you look at some other things, it seems like Bello, Dom, Shannon is like a trio at the retreat. In certain scenes, I'm seeing them kind of together. It's like, Shannon, you don't have to sit next to them for them to remember to take you back home that day you ride home. I'm just making a joke, y'all. Cartier drives and Ashanti's in the passenger seat, Steven and Lauren in the back seat. And Cartier asks, "What's your kryptonite?" I'm like, really? Is this a car conversation? Is this a car conversation? If this is the type of talk you gonna have on a road trip, I don't want it. Okay. Steven talks about his connections that they are Shannon, Ashanti, Donna, and Lauren. I said, why is Devin gone for having multiple connections? And here's Steven. Oh, because y'all like Steven. Y'all think Steven's cute. Y'all don't think Steven is a kryptonite. Okay. Is a kryptonite. Shannon cast her thighs upon. Yes, she did. We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that. So they arrive at the lodge. Vince said, "Let's look at the rooms." I'm sorry. Let me take these gentlemen off of here. Let me take the gentlemen off of here. Okay. Anyone with their name in black, they have been voted off the island. And those on the side in red, they are still in the running. Okay? Okay. You'd like to know more about Steven? Steven already telling you based on his list, and he's flying under the radar. And his ex already told you he ain't emotionally available. I'm just saying. That's what Steven's ex said. And he ain't refuted. So when Vince said, "Let's look at the rooms," he said, "And the ladies are off." The ladies ran, as they should. As they should. But, if, I'm going to ask this. Donna, did you know where the lodge was? Because here's my theory about Donna. Donna would have had the schematic of the entire retreat location if she knew the address. I was sorry. Donna would have gotten the schematic and known, ooh, if I go left here from the front door here, I'm gonna get that room. I'm telling you, I don't know, it's just the math and the calculations of it all. I'm thinking that Donna would have known the floor plan of the place before she got there, since they had the address. That's all I'm thinking. Okay, I'm sorry. That's why Vince couldn't find her, and we're going to talk about that later. Okay, that's why Vince couldn't find her, because Donna knew the blueprints of the house. That's just my story that I'm sticking to. So, y'all, Shannon claims a room. Now, Shannon has her pink and green luggage, and she claims a room. It's at the foot of the bed. Lovely room with a couch and a view of the backyard. Lovely. Dom comes in and claims a room too. Dom's laying across the bed. And Shannon's like, where's she going to sleep? Because she's not going to sleep in here with them. Why you gotta, girl, you claimed the room. Why are you backing down? Why are you backing down? Someone there, even if it's production, will give you a ride back, Shannon. Why did you back down? See, somebody like me, I ain't going to fight you for the room, but it's like, y'all could take the couch. Y'all two could take the couch and I'm going to be in the bed. We all want this room. We gonna all have this room. Y'all take the couch and I will be obnoxious with it. I'm gonna have sounds. Oh, I got to sleep with music. Even if I don't, I got to sleep with music. I will annoy the heck out of you till y'all leave. But you know what? Shannon decided to back down. Okay. Shannon clutched her pearls and decided to go elsewhere. Okay. But Shannon also told Don's like, I didn't know your bags were here, after she done drug Bello's bags in there. She's like, you tripped on my bag on the way in. How did you not know my bags were here? And you know that Dom knew that was Shannon's bag. Why? Because we rode together. You would have seen my luggage. So Dom knew that was her. Dom knew there. Okay? Dom knew that was her luggage. Hey, makeup and mimosas. Good to see you. Glad to have you here. Thank you for the love. Okay. Oh, she's Dom's flunky. Oh, okay. Yeah, Donna would have had the whole hypotenuse and the whole thing of the house. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, Dom had the right one, Chicago girl, because if it was a girl from Chicago, ain't no way. Ain't no way. The way I would have thrown Dom's luggage in the hall, she got me effed up. I wouldn't have thrown her luggage in the hallway. I ain't touching his stuff. I ain't doing no kind of property damage, no nothing. Okay? No nothing. What would have happened is we would have all been in this room and y'all couldn't do nothing under the sheets because I would have been there. I would have been right there. But you know what? The Dom knew what her luggage looked like, so she can't even say, "Oh, I don't know. I don't know what the luggage looked like." Even if she didn't get out to help with the luggage, I'm sure Bello, as a gentleman, when they pulled up to pick up, Shannon, he would have taken her luggage. She would have been standing there, pull the luggage up. Dom would have seen and known that was Shannon's luggage. I'm sorry, y'all can't tell me different. And Shannon said, "You tripped on it on the way in." Okay. Lauren sees all this, and y'all, Ashanti goes upstairs and says, "You got some cojones, Dom," kicking Shannon out the room. Lauren sees all this and says, "Hey, she needs to talk to Bello because him sharing a room with Dom is a deal breaker. Deal breaker." Tommy arrives, y'all, and he says the men have the power on who's leaving single tomorrow. I said, daggone, we get one night only. But here's something that's suspicious. Y'all know it's not only what we see on this channel that we talk about, it's what we don't see. I didn't see how Ashley got there. I didn't see how Darius got there. It's selective in who y'all showed. I didn't see how Vince arrived. I didn't see how Donna arrived. We watched the car rides of only 2 cars. We don't know how the others arrived. Did the other 4 carpool together, or was Darius driving his luxury vehicles with, Ashley in the passenger seat? I'm just asking. Because y'all show us some things, but I also like to look at what y'all don't show us. Very interesting to me. Very interesting. I would have been embarrassed as hell out of Dom for trying to play me. She punked me on national television. Yes, she did punk Shannon on national television. That's how it was edited to look. I wonder how they would have played out if it hadn't been one of the other ladies in the room. I know Lauren wouldn't have given up the room and Ashanti wouldn't. That's all I know. And Ashley, Ashley is one. Ashley would have been like, y'all got to go. Yep, they normally show how everyone travels. Now, what I do like about Philly, y'all remember Philly? I know some of y'all don't want to remember Philly. What I liked about the retreat with Philly is everybody met up and everybody rode on the party bus on the way there. Now, that I like. That could be a little bit crafty too. People showing up. Yeah. I like that about Philly. So, after Tommy says the man in power, Vince pulls up and, say, "Hey, do y'all want to play cornhole?" Vince is like, "Y'all want to play cornhole? They outside." Okay. Shannon and Donna, though, are sitting on the bench by the lake. But Dom does not know corn who, corn what, a corner, huh? What? Not y'all say, "Let's forget about Philly." Please, y'all. Come on now. No, see, this is why y'all don't know much about Philly, because y'all keep casting Philly to the side. What y'all not going to do is pretend like Philly didn't happen. Okay? We learned a lot of lessons from Philly, including, how people may be unhoused on these shows. Okay? Hey, Ellen, good to see you. Good to have you here. So y'all, there's a little segment, because Dom didn't know, and there may be many people who don't know about cornhole. Okay? There's a little segment. Okay, I gotta get a little media asset for y'all. Okay, there's a little segment, and I'm gonna do this.
Hey, you better ask El Cid.
Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? Put a 1 in the comments if y'all heard that little, voice clip. Did y'all hear that? Let me know. Let me know.
Hey, you better ask El Cid.
Did y'all hear that? You better ask El Cid. Did y'all hear that? Okay, y'all heard that. Now, I ain't going to tell you where that came from. Some of y'all going to know where that came from. Some of y'all gonna know where that came from, and some of y'all are not. But that's okay. That's okay for the folks that don't know where that came from. Okay? But I have something even better for y'all. Y'all know not to play with me, right?
Hey, you better ask El Cid.
I did. That is a sound. That is a sound bite that is here. But I have something else for y'all. I made it into a little bit of a music video. Do y'all want to see it? I made it into a little bit of a music video, a musical. Okay? It's a segment you better ask El Cid. We're going to learn about the history of cornhole. Okay, we're going to learn about the history of cornhole. Just Ron to say, sound like my man at your crib. Not, no, just his voice. Just his voice. So y'all, let me show y'all the little musical.
El Cid. You better ask El Cid.
You better ask El Cid. You better ask El Cid. Okay? Thank you for the soundbite. That is going to open up our segment. You better ask El Cid. That's going to open up our segment. You better ask El Cid. Okay? And we're going to close the segment with that. So what you asking El Cid about today? We're going to talk about cornhole. Y'all know there's a World Series of cornhole? See, there's a World Series of cornhole, okay? World Series. Lotus is like, love it. See what happens when you play too much? Oh, I ain't done playing though, Lotus. I ain't done playing. And the entire segment where that came from, y'all, that is a short as well. If you gander over there in the shorts, that is from the Recap Lounge. I ain't gonna tell you who it is. You're gonna go see for yourself. And if y'all wish, you can tag him and let him know that he is featured on this channel. Okay. So there's a World Series of cornhole. And the origins of cornhole are not very clear, but it's believed that the game first played in Germany in the 14th century. At the time, the game was called beanbags or bago and was played with actual beans in the bag. But the game was brought to the United States by German immigrants settled in the Midwest region. In the 19th century, the game became popular among farmers who used it as a way to pass the time while working in the fields. They would use dried corn kernels instead of bean bags and wooden boxes as the target. The game is also used as a way to improve accuracy and hand-eye coordination, which was important for their daily work. Now, here's the other thing. That was your historical information, okay? Okay? Thank you, Delphine. Thank you. We know cornhole is competitive sport for those who are well informed, those who are, and those who play. But here's also, I need you to know. See, Vince, like calling everybody over there to play. I don't even know if Vince told them the rules or how it's scored. But here's where we will learn. The scoring. 3 points if your bag gets in the hole. 1 point if your bag gets on the board. And the first person or team to 21 wins. Okay? Okay? The first team to 21 wins. So 3 points if you get it straight through. Remember, Steven was like, did y'all catch that on camera? It went straight in. All net, baby. That was Steven. And anyone who got it on the board was 1 point. Okay? So I just want to make sure everybody knows the rules of the game. Everybody knows the rules of the game. And everybody knows how it's played. Hey, Toyasi. And you know what? That is the end of the segment. You better ask El Cid. Let's close it out with our musical number.
El Cid. You better ask El Cid.
You better ask El Cid. Okay, that was our segment. You better ask El Cid. That will be popping up regularly on this channel. After the game, did y'all notice something? And for members, I gave y'all a little picture. For the members, y'all saw the picture. Did y'all notice that Bello was actually carrying Dom back to the residence? Back to the residence, back on his back at the cabin. Did y'all see that? He was giving her a piggyback ride. Lauren was in front. The members, you gonna go back and see it, or you could go back. It's right after cornhole, and Vince was in the back. Okay, Vince was back there bringing up the rear. So we see Shannon and Darius sit down. Sharon said, she wants to understand, does Darius mean that he actually wants a wife? She asked about his 11 years. That's giving common law. Do we have common law in Michigan? He said it was on and off for 11 years. I keep telling y'all, ladies, don't be doing this on and off, spinning the block, coming back and forth, and back again. But he was in his 20s, and he saw the potential of the young lady. And she was an adult entertainment. And that's where Shannon has the famous, "What's that?" Now, I do think they edited in to make Shannon to look like she didn't know what it was. But I think she was asking basically, what level of adult entertainment? What level of adult entertainment? I was like, what's that? I'm thinking they spliced that in from elsewhere. I'm confused how Dom had a tank top and everyone else had sweaters and long sleeve. Quay, you like it? You better ask El Cid. Hey, it is a musical number, and it is a soundbite. You want to hear it one more time? Here you go.
Hey, you better ask El Cid.
Okay. Hey, I got y'all. But he said that he met her at his club, and he felt he could change her. He could lead her in a different path. And my thing was, okay, that wasn't my question. My question to you, Darius, is, you owned a strip club in your 20s? Were they giving out business loans for that back in the day? Now, hey, I ain't calling, about his age, but if everybody's counting in their 30s, it's 10 years ago. Are we really, he's 42. Are we 20 years ago we were giving out 20-year-olds money to have a strip club? Is it a 1099 employee? Is it a W-2 employee? What are we doing? No, another podcast, Shannon said she was being facetious. Yeah. Okay. I give her the benefit of the doubt. And actually, Aubrey said, "Hey, Aubrey, nope, no common law marriage in Michigan. Nope, not at all. Hey, actually, Aubrey, y'all please go check out her channel. She's also covering this and other shows on her channel. No confusion. Dom seeks wanted and unwanted attention. Okay. So that would be my question. In your 20s, you owned a club? How long? Where was it? How long did it last? Were they contractors? There's a whole lot of other questions I have other than to judge him, because I won't judge him. Okay. Darius is dressed like a pimp from Halloween back in the day, and he decided to keep it on a smaller scale. Well, if you have the wardrobe, why change it? But Darius did feel judged. He felt judged, and he said he wants no parts of it. Now, Shannon, you knew how he felt with Donna judging him. Okay. You know how he felt with Donna judging him. You shouldn't have. You shouldn't have let him know you were judging him. Okay. Clutch them pearls a little bit tighter. He didn't own a club. I bet it was some woman he was living on. Ooh. Okay, LV, come with some tea. Shannon said a lot of other surprising things, didn't she? Yes, she did. Personality was not that surprising. I was surprised at how far it went, but not that surprising. Changing her in an 11-year relationship is an interesting reframe. Darius essentially dates his employee, which is suspect, if not an imbalanced power dynamic. I bet you they ain't got an in-house HR manual that say no fraternization policy, because it's his. So, production, you got to do a better job of hiding your wires in the kitchen, because when Lauren was trying to show the dance moves, remember Lauren, Bello, the next scene was Lauren and Bello, and Cardi and Ashanti were in the kitchen, and when they were focused on Lauren's feet, I had to pause it and say, why does the bottom of the cabinet look like that? Is it damaged? I had to pause it and realize they try to put brown tape to try and cover up their wires all over the house. We know you're there, production, okay? You wondered if Shannon was doing interviews. Not technically an interview, but she was on another podcast, and let's just say that I've been telling y'all Shannon ain't as wholesome as they are trying to portray her. But all I gotta say is the F and the and the language was all the way out there. That's all I gotta say in like the last half hour. Okay. So but this is where I commiserate with Bello, okay? Bello say he gotta get the Detroit two-step together. Now, Bello, I'm like you. I cannot get choreography to save my life. Don't ask me to do no electric slide. Don't ask me to do no Cupid shuffle. I may get it one good time and it's out of my head by the first turnaround. I ain't doing it. So Bello, I'm like you. I ain't even trying the Detroit two-step. I'm gonna go get a refill of my drink. Okay? Okay? I'm gonna get a refill of my drink. Quay, I know your wig ain't gonna get blown back, but mm. Judging might just mean using a discernment with Darius. Truth be told, Donna clocked him correctly on day one. Yes, she clocked him correctly, but here's the thing with Ready to Love. Yes, Donna clocked Darius correctly. I wouldn't tell you I clocked you. You would never know I clocked you. You would never know because I would certainly, smile and blush prettily and bat my little eyelashes. And all of y'all out here will be like, what she see in him? Can't she tell he? Yes, I can, but none of y'all gonna know that I could tell. Because guess what? He ain't gonna be talking about me in the men's lounge and saying she judging me. Da, da, da. No. They'll be like, oh, where'd you get that fur? Nice. I've been looking for something like that. And all the way batting your eyes in front of him. I would not be clocking him. Okay. All the while I'll be clocking him. Okay. Oh yeah, y'all letting it be known by Shannon? Mm. Mm. Y'all letting it be known? Okay. I'll let y'all tell it. I'll let y'all tell it in the comments, okay? Right. I would have clocked him in the confessionals. It would have been like, oh my God, yes. I'll be in the confession with the producer. See how she's sipping the coffee for the next episode about Steven? It'd be like, child, y'all see that? I could smell it all the way over here, but I ain't gonna tell him. That would have been in my confessional. It's true. Donna has to learn how to use her intuition. Donna knows. Donna just don't want to play the game. Donna ain't want to play the game. Donna's like, why are you here? mm, 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 mm. Exactly. Um, all of a sudden we see Donna and Steven. They're in the little, a little butler's pantry little area, like whispering. They're chatting about the fashion and the colors that she was wearing. And then Steven asks, well, how much was them shoes? And she's like, oh, it was this price. And he's like, ooh, that's fly. That's fly. I said, I daggone sure ain't gonna be telling on camera while mic'd up how much my clothes cost. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Ain't no way you getting that soundbite. Whether I paid $12 or 12 racks. I ain't saying it. I ain't saying it. I ain't giving you no numbers. As a mathematician, I ain't giving you no numbers. I would write it down, or I will hold out your palm, and I would write it in your palm, and you get my drift. I ain't saying it out loud. You ain't getting no soundbite, right? You ain't getting no soundbite, and you daggone sure ain't getting a soundbite like this.
Hey, you better ask El Sid.
You ain't getting my soundbite. Yes, Donna was given good flirty energy. She was given good flirty energy. Okay. She was given good flirty energy. But then Shannon clocks it. She clocks that Steven and Donna are spending a little bit of time together, and she's not going to let that happen. So she rolls up on him. What are we talking about? Oh, your dissertation. Would y'all like to go sit down? We could talk more about this. Let's sit down. Let's sit down. Steven, hot potato in the middle. Okay. Okay. Shannon, Steven, and Donna on that couch. And Vince is in the single chair over there looking. Vince looking. And what Vince do is, Shannon, could I come on over there and join the conversation? Shannon ain't the only person there, Vince. Why are you asking Shannon? Because Shannon would say yes, Vince. Clock it, y'all. Vince knew that Shannon would say yes, come on over. claim your connection so I could claim my connection. He knew exactly who to talk to. Shannon, could I come over? Could I come over and talk to y'all? Could I join the conversation? He was like, real. He wasn't sitting up his full 6'2" height then in that chair. He wasn't sitting straight up. He was like, oh, Shannon, could I come through? Could I join the conversation? Knowing Shannon would have said, mm-mm-mm. Knowing Shannon would have said, come on over, Vince. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, really. Okay. Vince, we clocked that. And Vince decided to sit over on the other side on the mantle by the fireplace and continue to eat his yogurt or parfait. And then Donna is like, yeah, I'm gonna turn around and talk to Vince. Because clearly Shannon wants his time. Now, did y'all notice Shannon had her legs all on Steven? I said, did Steven welcome that? Did Steven welcome that? Because Steven looked a little bit irritated. Okay. Did Steven look irritated that Vince not only took Donna's attention, but then Shannon put her legs on him and basically trapped him sitting there? It's like, you can't go nowhere, Steven. You can't go nowhere. Hey, Elena, welcome in. Do y'all think Donna liked Vince like that? Hey, Donna is telling us she likes Vince like that. Okay? Donna is telling us she likes Vince like that. We gonna take her word for it. She's saying it in confessional with nobody else there but the production to hear her. Okay? She done said it in front of the ex. Okay? Donna is saying she likes Vince. If she playing the game, she playing the game. Okay? But hey, does she really like Vince like that though, Elena? Let's throw a little bit of salt in there. Does she like him like that if she was hiding from him all night? I'm just saying. If I got a connection that I really want to be with, am I going to hide from him all night? Or am I going to go seek him out? So, Elena, you bring up a great question. Okay. You must be reading my notes. Okay. You must be reading my notes. But we going to get to that part. Hey, Jaguar, good to see you. Good to have you here. Hey, you're late, but you're right on time. Okay. But y'all, we're at the point where Shannon had her legs across Steven and Vince done took Donna's attention away. So Vince asked, what is Donna's non-negotiable in a person? And I'm with you, Donna. I totally get it. She says, I want to be able to make plans about what you're saying. I want to make plans, in exactly what you were saying. I don't want to be left hanging. So again, I'm with her. I need a solid foundation of a man that when you give your word, when you say your word, you're going to do something, that my children and I are not left out in the cold or left out there. Okay. That's what it is. That's what it is. Okay. Oh, hey, Donna, welcome in. She said, no one was hiding from that man. I was exactly in my room. He's just a comedian. See, Donna, you don't ruin my fantasy. My fantasy, because, you said you the investigator. You're going to find out stuff. My thought was Donna was in the crew room watching all the cameras, seeing who walk into whose room. She was clocking the raw footage to see. I need to see where my connections are sleeping. Y'all got space for me in here in this red room? I need to see where my connections are sleeping. I need to be able to clock all the cameras. Yeah, I think she does, but I don't think he wants another child. Definitely not children. Hey, that's between Donna and Vince then. That's between Donna and Vince, whether he want children and want children with her. That's between them. He's saying he does. He's saying his daughter does. He's saying his son don't want to be messing nobody. You see, I was an only child. And when I was 16, I told my mother, you remarry up in here. I am not nobody's free babysitter. But hey, I'm more the way he described his son. I'm more like that. Now, Vince, don't come up in here talking to Donna and say you were hiding from me. You weren't looking, okay? Because to prove you weren't looking and looking hard enough, you didn't even know if Steven rolled in there with you, okay? That's what you said. You didn't even know if Steven stayed in his bed or not. So I don't buy that you went looking for Donna, okay? Okay? Now, if she was hiding from you, I would give her that. I would hide too. Vince said he doesn't mind if he has more children, but if he doesn't, that's okay as well. Hey, but you know what? That leaves That leaves off the pressure. Because again, in everything we may wish and want for kids, but that doesn't mean that that's what's going to happen. That don't mean that that is what's in the cards for us. So again, if Vince playing the game, it's an easy way to play the game. Okay, easy way to play the game. So again, that's their conversation. Said, hey, his daughter would love it because again, she been a big sister. She got her little brother, but for a youngest child to become a middle child, at least Donna done told us she done navigated those waters before. She done navigated. Her brother was the youngest, and then he became the middle child. She done told us that, okay? So at least he will have help in navigating those waters, okay? At least he would have help, and it sounds to be about the same distance and age that Donna was, that Vince's kids, but we don't know. That's between them. So, he said he feels good with her blended family experience. Okay, he feels good about it. And will you be just as excited for new kids is what Donna asked him. And he said, it'll be amazing all over again. And I will agree with Vince. I am a mother of two boys, no girls, because, Lord knew what he was doing if I raised girls. With too many girls out here like me, can't happen. The thing is that every child, at least that I had, each birth is different. Each birthing, carrying experience is different. So every time it is like new. Every time it is like new. It is a new life. It is a whole new individual person. So I get the question, like, will you be excited? You've done this before. But it's like, one, I haven't done it with you. And yes, this is another time. So ask anyone who's out there in the comments or in the chat, if you are a parent, if you have had not only a blended family, but you have had multiple children, let us know. Has each time been like brand new all over again? Okay. Okay. Oh, hey, Vince. Yeah, you came in to just kick in the door. Thank you for the love, but you came in kicking in the door. Okay. Don't go looking to see where other people are sleeping at night, please. So we also see Lauren speaking to Bello. Now, Lauren, all I'm gonna preface this and saying is, why are we having challenging conversation with these men when they're the ones in power? That's all I'm saying. I would have waited to make sure I wasn't voted out. I would have waited to make sure I wasn't voted out before I had these challenging conversations. Because what you're not gonna do is have two men up in the men's lounge with my name coming out their mouth as the bottom connection, just because I rubbed them the wrong way. So she's asking Bello, are you available to me? He's like, we keep in touch. We keep in touch. We kept in touch this whole time. I keep telling y'all about Bello avoiding questions. Again, this is an edited, produced show. What we're seeing may not be entirely the situation. But what I'm commenting on is what we saw. He said nothing's changed. It doesn't mean, Bello, that y'all are connected or that you are available to her. He said, all you got to do is come on over. If you want to talk to me, basically, you could just come over and say, I want to have a chat with you. Nah, Bello, that sounded like she going to chase you. That sounded like, you want to talk, then come to me. What she's telling you, Bello, is you apparently don't want to come talk to her. But then he's like, is that your full expression of your authentic self? And I was like, oh, here come the word salad. You better eat it all up, Lauren, because that's all he feeding you is a word salad. Don't dim your light. Don't maneuver around other people. Bello, you're doing the same thing. You're doing the same thing. He's like, Lauren's playing chess. There's too much calculations. Are you not calculating, Bello? Are you not calculating? Everybody in here is calculating how many votes. Who am I on the bottom? Am I on the bottom? How many people got my name in their mouth to be voted out? Everybody's calculating. Everybody. And for me, what it sounded like is Bello knew that he had the upper hand. It sounded like Bello knew where and next to who he was sleeping that night. That's how it sounded like. I really don't need you. But if you need me, come see me. Come and talk to me. Okay? Y'all, we do deep dives on some lyrics of songs. We're going to do, that song, Come and Talk to Me. Come and talk to me. I really want to meet you. Can I talk to you? That's him luring you. come over and talk. Don't go over there. Don't go over there. Do not go over there. He probably figures since he's a man, that's what. I bet you if the man wanted about him, he'd be seeking her out. But anyway, the men aren't being voted out. Then he says something that I didn't like. You play it safe, you might get played. Really? And to add insult to injury, he said somebody's going home tonight. And if you play it safe, you might not get noticed in the way you should be. I said, oh, that sounds a little threatening. Oh, you might not get noticed the way you want to be. You might not get noticed to be in the top. You might get noticed to be in the bottom to be sent home. That I was like, Bello feeling himself. All I heard was, I'm feeling myself. I'm feeling myself. I'm feeling myself. That's what I heard. Bello wanted to be chased so bad. Boy, bye. He did. Come on, let's be real. Calculating is not the right word. He meant that she's more passive than warranted. Bello likes to be chased a bit. Okay. She is more passive, but she did say, I'm going to just sit here and see what everybody does. But again, Lauren is giving me like Devon. Lauren is giving me like Devon. You're telling your whole play. Don't tell this man your whole play. But I get it. Bello is compelling. Okay. I believe Darren knew it was over at that point. Why talk anymore? Hey, maybe I just got to let it out to see if production will let it out. Hey, Lauren, good to see you. Stopping through. Where's the soundbite? You want to see the soundbite or do you want to see the musical, Lauren? Okay. I have both. I have a soundbite and I have a little musical. And we played the musical earlier. But let me know if you want just the soundbite or do you want the musical that goes with it? I'm just asking. Give the people what they want. She wants both. Okay, Lauren's being a little greedy tonight, but unlike Bello, I'm gonna give her what she wants, and I'm gonna notice her in a positive way. So let's just hear the sound.
Hey, you better ask El Sid.
That's the little soundbite, Lauren. That's the soundbite. I appreciate it. And she wants the musical too. Now, there's going to be a whole segment called You Better Ask El Sid. And to open and close the segment, this is what you're going to see.
El Sid. You better ask El Sid.
Thank you very much. You better ask El Sid. You better ask El Sid. That's the segment. And today, what we talked about was cornhole. And we gave the history about cornhole and we gave of how the point system works. Because even though Vince asked them to go play cornhole, I don't know if Vince knew the point system. But hey, why didn't y'all have Donna playing cornhole? She could have made sure the scoring was correct. Okay. But y'all, that soundbite is from Lauren's podcast. Okay. It is from Lauren's podcast. And I got some shout outs on that podcast and I decided to use that bite. But that's not the end of the soundbite era for that one. So Lauren, tell your co-host we playing games here because there's a short about your little friends. If you all want to see it. To Go to Africa says Bello is full of it. He said on the podcast that several ladies told him that Lauren said that she wasn't feeling any of the men. Especially he was saying that he never took her seriously. Here's my problem. Why is Carde, Bello, at least those two men, have so much information about the ladies' lounge? Why do they know so much? And so much so that they say brave enough for them to talk out loud. Who's giving the pillow talk? And I use that word exactly how I mean. Who's doing so much pillow talk and letting it be known what's happening in the ladies' lounge? Somebody better tell Tommy. Yes, I do appreciate Lauren for not begging. I do appreciate Lauren for not begging at all. But yes, Carde, Bello, they know too much, and so much so the bravado in their voice about, yeah, you ain't gonna get noticed in the right way, and you talking about this, you talking about that. I'm gonna let y'all speculate. It is freedom of speech in the chat. I'm gonna let y'all speculate. But the men are out here. The men are out here talking like they were in the ladies' lounge. Okay? They're in the ladies' lounge. And they like to say we don't talk because if usually we would be able to say it, and the man we withhold the water, and he ain't gonna come out and say what he heard from us. But that apparently does not apply here. That clearly don't apply here. Okay? But yeah, Bello is pressing Lauren like if you don't come, if you don't if you don't stop playing it safe, you're gonna get noticed for the wrong reasons. Mm, Okay. Okay. Renee says the men are playing and the women are competing. Just look at who told her about her being the B word. That's why I use the word pillow talk. Okay. Then we see Ashley and Carday. They are riding a one wheel. Carday said, "You wanted me to get deep, Ashley? Here's how we gonna get deep. We're gonna ride this one wheel." I don't understand how riding a one wheel is getting deep, but we're gonna find out why Carday thinks that later on. Okay. It's a hoverboard with one wheel in the middle. One wheel in the middle. But he held on tight though. Carday, I saw you holding on tight. You were making sure Ashley was safe. You held on tight to all that is Ashley to make sure she didn't fall. But I still don't understand how this was getting deep. Production, did y'all cut out their conversation? But I don't think so, because Ashley tells us later that he still ain't deep. But we see Bello and Dom at the fire. Dom is asking about the timeline. And if y'all don't see that, grabbing all them yams when in Rome, hey sis. Now, if y'all notice it, Bello is staying at the fire more than he's staying at Dom. Dom is leaning all the way over. She focused on him. They sharing that drink. But she is all the way leaned into him. He's acting like a man that no longer has anything to conquer. If y'all know, it's like I got the prize, I got the girl, I ain't got to put in too much effort anymore. That's how Bella was looking to me in the edited pieces that we saw. So he said, hey, because she said, hey, we're going to get dressed for only two more things, either a wedding or funeral. I love the way she said funeral because it sounded like an event. But she said, either we getting dressed for a wedding or funeral. He said he preferred to be at a wedding, okay? Not his own funeral, okay? And he said he needs 2 years to get to know her. 2 years. Are you going to wait them 2 years to have the son that you got to have, Bello? Are you going to wait them 2 years? I'm just asking. Because time is of the essence, okay? But he looking more at the fire, y'all. He looking straight at the fire. While Dominic is leaned over to his chair. And I'm like, yeah. When Jerome said he just looked tired. Was it tiredness? Okay. You can still look at your person lovingly, yet you're still tired. Okay. But she said, she was saying how he looks and, how his lips look. And he just sitting there smiling. It gives no effort. I don't have to win you anymore. And Dom said, hey, Bello said, more time he spends with Dom, the other ladies start falling back. Have you told them that? Are they really falling back? Or are you falling back? Because you realize that you and Dom are an item. Dom was trying to give the flirty eyes, but he got her in the bed already. Told to be looking that thirsty. Dang, Quay, you went in. Maybe he showed a different side to Cardi. His attempt to not be one-dimensional. Okay, it could show a different side. That don't mean it's deep. I don't think he's shallow. But I could see. We'll get to there. Maybe he's over it now. I don't think so. I don't know. But yes, actually, Aubrey, it seems like he got quickly bored. But I don't know. When Jerome said he could be tied. Again, all of this is conjecture. So they're having dinner. Okay. Hey Rosho, good to see you. So next up we see dinner. And Vince is saying, tell us something new that you've learned about yourself in the process. Ashante jumps up and said, "Hey, I learned that I'm a prude." "No, Ashante, I don't think you're a prude." Because she said she heard all the ladies are talking to the men and she feel like she's behind. And you know, Darius always got a one liner for you may be moving a little bit slower, but you know what? You right on time. You right on time. I said, okay, way to breathe life into the situation, but you are not a prude, Ashante. Maybe what you have is discernment. Okay? Discernment. Because you realizing I shouldn't be sharing who I am with none of these folks up in here. I'm gonna just play it safe. The way Dawn was sitting at front seat, I knew she got too comfortable with Bella. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Oh, to go to Africa, hitting hard. Apparently, she doesn't know that African men don't marry older women. She's older than him. Dang. Dang. Ooh, I knew it, but I wasn't gonna say it. Ooh, not a $2. Well, you know what? At least it's a whole number. At least you ain't say he, got some change. Lauren said that she realized that she prejudges more than she thought. That is something that, you realize, but you got to prejudge people up in here. You got to, but you just can't tell them. You just can't tell them. Cartier says, and y'all, I had to put on the closed captioning. The process is not easy. Your best attributes that you think may make you super valuable, everyone is not going to appreciate it. People will view you to be in their mind a certain way. But if our mind is so focused on what we feel that we want, then we're going to miss the boat. I think we done missed the boat, Cardi. I think we done missed the boat, Cardi. Lauren and Ashley are looking confused. And Ashley's looking more like, who gonna tell him? Which one of y'all gonna tell him? That's what Ashley is saying. Ashley is saying, who gonna tell him? Any of y'all brave enough? When in Rome is got a cape on for Cardi tonight, okay? Cardi, go to bed. Cardi, go to bed. Go to bed. I thought he was in his cups. I actually thought, I know Little Black Book 91, they talked about it, but again, it's given, he was in his cups to me. Hey, Motown Investor, good to see you. Glad to have you here. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button just one good time for me, please. There are over 50 of y'all here, and I really do appreciate the support. But Cardi goes on. Ashley is like, and Shannon was like, yeah, but what did you learn? He's like, Shannon's like, you giving a speech and we going to church. Basically, he's saying a whole bunch of stuff. He's like, I am saying what I learned. I am. Ashanti's like, well, what did you learn about yourself? Ashanti's like, let me break it down. Maybe you didn't understand the entirety of the question. It's what did you learn about yourself? This is what I'm telling you. Carter's like, I'm telling you. Ashley was tired at this point. Ashley was like, this is why we say you shallow. Not her, we. This is why we say you shallow. We're not getting you. How is it for you? Cardi, it's about you. He said, it relates to myself. Vince is like, you got to listen. Vince decided to jump in. You can't be defensive. Come on. He's like, y'all don't understand how deep I am. I'm so deep. Hell, I can effing swim. I can save somebody. That's when I said, bartender, could you cut off the man on the head of the table? If you say you get so deep, you actually bring in the swimming into it. Bartender, cut him off. Cardi, I missed the boat, train, and plane. I did. Bartender, please cut him off. That's what I thought of. Hey, Miss Mad About Music, good to see you. I was like, Cardi said it relates to himself. Hey, he is so deep. He knows he can swim because he can save somebody. Donna's like, you're talking in metaphors. Donna got tired of it too. She said, you're talking in metaphors. He said, that's me. I am a metaphor. The fact that Cardi could say that with a straight face, that makes me believe that he thinks it is so. The fact that Cardi could say that with a straight face, I said, daggone it, he believes he's a metaphor. Remember, there's a Cartier experience. The experience, okay? The Cartier experience. Now, Elena says, poor Cartier. And when in Rome says, speak Cartier, I love it. Yet, when in Rome is loving the Cartier experience. And the experience is a metaphor. And if you can't swim, it may be too deep for you. But he said he can save you. He said he can save you. Okay? Okay? And what's so deep about with the other people? Ain't nothing deep. We didn't say you have to get deep. We just say don't speak in abstract. Speak about daggone it yourself. There's a meme of Cardi as a superhero called the metaphor. No, y'all didn't. No, y'all did not do that. I am a metaphor. Does he have gold plaits? Does the superhero have gold plaits? I wish I had that. I would have shown y'all. None of women are deep enough to experience Cardi. Okay? None of them. Cartier is Shakespeare. Yes, he is. Cartier was wasted. Anything can be a metaphor when he's drunk. I think he was. I'm not going to go off any further than he may be deep in his cups. Okay? Okay? He's got golden hair. Whoa. I'm going to look that up later. But hey, while he's saying he is a metaphor, Dom is looking down. She ain't trying to save Cartier out in the open, but she talks about it in the confessional. She's like, Cartier is not shallow because we have deep conversations. He's open, he's not open with the other people, but it's kind of late in the process to be doing that now. Dom ain't coming out here to save him. She ain't rising up to save you, Cartier. But you know what? On the slide afterwards, Dom went up and she said, you all right? After Bello done left the room, at least what we saw, Bello done left the room. You good? You all right? He said, yeah, I'm good. I'm good. He looked a little dejected. But again, remember, this is the man that was saying, what's your kryptonite in the car? What's your kryptonite in the car? So again, some people don't want to talk in metaphors all the time. Hey, Plain Janie, good to see you. Yes, he was tipsy. Yes, he was tipsy. Yes, he was tipsy. But Dom was not saving him out in public. Dom said, you good? While everybody else getting up, Vince said, let's slip into something more comfortable. He was like, yeah. Dom's like, you good? You all right? She ain't step up and said, y'all, I have deep conversation with Cardi. Just because he don't think he can get deep with you don't mean he don't have deep conversations. Maybe you too shallow. She could have said something. She ain't got to say you all too shallow, but she could at least say something out in public while this man is getting dagger, 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 dagger. I mean, Cardi was taking the hits, and now I'm just sat there. Mum's the word. Mum's the word. I'll say it in my confessional. He don't need saving. Don't save him. He don't want to be saved. Yes, Cardi at least needed a friend. Come on, Dom. At least he needed a friend. You could have said, hey, y'all, okay? Yeah, hey. He gets deep. Leave him alone. Just because he don't get deep with y'all, don't mean he don't get deep. Okay? Quay says Dom was confused as to what he said too. He's always been awkward though. Y'all are living, so don't y'all were living, so don't switch it up now. My poor baby. Oh, when in Rome, you just want to run your fingers through the braids and the natural hair. That's the Cardi experience I'm sure you would like to entertain. So Cardi, check for wedding Rome. Okay. She gonna make sure you get, a pat on the back to make sure she understands all your metaphors and you can get deep with her. Okay. How's that when in Rome, sis? Was that good? Was that good? So Ashley and Vince, we see are playing pool. And then we see Shannon jumping and tackling Steven on his bed. Steven looked like, is somebody gonna help me? Is somebody gonna help me? Steven looked like, I want to get up, but she's not gonna let me go. It was a run and jump. Steven was like, whoa, 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 whoa. Ooh, Elena said she's the friend that will see you getting your beat, and she won't even help ooh, pull him off of you. Terrible. Stephen was so unhappy. Stephen looked like, please, somebody save me. Stephen was looking in the other bed to see if Vince was there to help him. And Vince wasn't there. Vince was out and about playing pool with Ashley. Stephen was looking for somebody to save it, and the cameraman ain't gonna save you, Stephen. I'm sorry. You'll have to take it. Unfortunately. Again, now, your ladies. If one of the men went and jumped and tackled the lady on the bed, would we have a problem? Would we have a problem? Would we have a problem if Vince tackled Donna on the bed? Would we have a problem if Bello tackled Lauren on the bed? Or if Steven tackled Ashanti on the bed? Ladies, would we have a problem? I think maybe. When in Rome you want me to say that, Christina? Maybe we will have a problem. Maybe. Because it did not look like he wanted that tackle. But he don't know how to say it. Steven was giving me, ladies, and we let's be honest, we family up in here. Let's be honest, ladies. When we're in an unwanted situation, yeah, we don't know how to say, like, I don't want you that close to me. We just grin and bear it. That's what Steven gave me. Steven gave me, I just got to grin and bear this, but I really don't want it. I felt sorry for Steven at the moment. Not that he's in any danger, but it was like, it was to me, it was like, I don't want this, but then I don't want to offend her. And then all of a sudden I'm in the bottom. That's what it gave me. Mm-mm-mm. It looked like he was annoyed, but tried to hide it. Yes, it did. It did. It looked like how we do. Steven seemed slightly disgusted by Shannon, got secondhand embarrassment. I did too. I mean, the least you could do is come just sit beside the bed. I mean, from the hallway to the couch, it's almost like we stalking Steven in the daggone cabin. Okay? I don't see how no one had a problem with Cartier digging, grabbing Ashley on the buttocks. Well, hey, Ashley ain't come out and say nothing. But yeah, it given pity encounters, it does. It's like, I just got to grin and bear this and get out of this as safely as possible. Ladies, we know many, not all of us, many of us have been in situations like this where we just grin and then as fast as we can escape, we can. But later on, we see her on his chest, curled up, looking at whatever on the phone. So, Steven, I'm sorry you were on lockdown. I'm sorry, Steven. Somebody should have saved you, but Vincent, your roommate ain't even there to save you. He playing pool with Ashley. I'm sorry. Okay. So Bello and Ashley are at the fire and Dom is in their room. Remember the room she kicked Shannon out of? Okay. She tripped over her bag. Or did she trip over her bag or did she, kind of kick the bag on the side? I don't know. We don't know. Okay. So Bello's confessional says, even though he has a strong connection with Dom, okay, his connection with Ashanti can grow and surpass that. It's not about time. It's about intensity. And it's about the bull. I'm sorry, Bello. It's about the bull. I'm sorry. Ain't no way. Ain't no way you're going to be sitting on the fire right here with me, knowing you're going inside and sharing a room with another woman. I'm sorry. It's not about the time. It's the intensity. Okay. Okay. I don't believe that. I don't believe that in this dating instance on this edited produced show. I don't believe that. You're giving us you're trying to feed us foolishness and we ain't buying it. But Bella said, "Do you think our connection has changed? Has it changed?" Yes, it's changed because you're about to sleep in the room with Dom. Ashanti said her friends were worried about the connection, worried that he, will want her to convert. He's like, "Oh, the kids are going to be part, of the religion. That's okay. The kids going to be part of religion." She says she does not claim a religion, but they share core values. Now that's how it starts, Ashanti. Because it's already core values, you already have the same kind of beliefs, just cross on over. That's how it's sometimes, not always, that's how it sometimes start like, it ain't gonna be bad because I already practice this type of living anyway. Just put that in the back of your mind just a little bit. So he does tell her that he misses drawing. Okay. Oh, absence. Woo! Ooh, this one is good. The intensity is how Bello got his baby girl in Florida. You ain't lied. You ain't lied. I ain't heard a lie there. You ain't told a lie there. It is about the intensity and the time. It didn't take much time then, absence, did it? But anyway, so he says he misses drawing. His mom, who was an accountant, and I think his dad, who was an architect, told him he needs to be a lawyer or an architect when he said he wanted to draw. He said maybe now he can return to that and use it as his outlet. Are y'all buying that story? Are we buying the story? Now, what I will buy is that he can draw. That sketch, yes, we could say he can sketch because he's sketchy. Yes, we can. We can. We can. From what we have seen from this show. But I don't something don't ring true for me about it. Yes, the whole lawyer architect, but the telling you can't draw. You can still use drawing as an outlet while you study to be a lawyer or an architect or whatever your studies are. You can still use drawing as an outlet. And now you're an entrepreneur. Nothing is stopping you from using drawing as an outlet. But Ashanti says she's feeling Bella because he is peeling back the layers. Girl, don't start crying with them onions. Don't start crying with them onions. Now, he said, while he's sitting with her, he can see this as a new outlet for him. And I'm like, there's no romance in this conversation. Do y'all realize that? There is no romance. There's no holding hands. There's no look into my eyes. It's like he is unloading his worries to a good friend. That's what it seemed like. It's like we just chilling. I got to tell you, I had a long day. Yeah, you good? Everything cool with you? Everything cool with me? Cool with you? That's how it sounded like with Bello and Ashanti. Not only a segue, it sounded like a placeholder. It sounded like we're here for the moment until I gotta do extra filming time before I go in to our room. The one I'm sharing with Dom. That's what it's seeming like production sent me for us to have a conversation. Now we do see, this is where we see the scene with Shannon snuggled up on Stephen. Stephen, blink twice if you need help. Like, people with glasses, put your glasses up and down twice if you need help. Let us know. Donna, we see her going to bed. Okay. Donna, we see going to bed. Lauren says, hey, Vince, could we have a little chat? Now that's another man. What's going on with that room? Stephen looked like he didn't want to get hemmed up by Shannon. And Vince looked like, okay. Vince looked like, I don't want to go too far. I do not want to go too far is what it was looking like with Vince. It's like, oh my word, I don't want to go too far. Okay. So what they talk about is she's like, she hated went left with her friends. She hated that it went left and thought they were past this conversation. And he thought it was past. She said it was a surface level. Why did it have to go so deep? And I'm like, why did your friends waste our time with a surface level conversation? Why did it take so long if it's surface level and then still choose him? Still choose him. It may be surface level, but they still chose him. He's like, what should my answer have been? Okay. What should my answer have been? And he says, it's unfair that they get to go on, but I have to stop. It's unfair that your friends have zero accountability in this situation. They're the ones questioning him, mind you. So yes, the questions are in their court. The questions are in their court. She says, I don't know what's going to happen, how Vince is going to act in public, where I take it. But even if we didn't see the whole thing The friends still chose him. Okay? W- We have complained about the past season, but it seems to me those connections were actually connections. We have complained, LNV. We have. We have. Okay? Maybe you seen Don without that. You are so that's why he was outside with Ashante. What a Romeo was good. So the next morning, okay, Darius cooks the meal. Darius is telling us he is Chef Boyardee. It is seafood for breakfast. It's an entire spread. To me, it's a dinner spread. Y'all, I'm sorry. It would have been too much for me. Crab legs for breakfast, though I love it. I would have had to nibble. I'm a simpleton. I'm a simpleton. I am definitely, where's the eggs and toast? I'll have some smoked salmon, but where's the eggs and toast? So Bello makes a toast. Did y'all notice the toast? To long-lasting friendships. And then 2 beats later, oh, and connections. You slid that in on the last minute, Bello. You slid that in. You forgot you did to make connections. Ooh, caught it. Caught it. And you can't say that part was editing because that was a whole smooth one round. Okay. Only seafood I want for breakfast is salmon croquettes or maybe a crab ball. Hey, I'll give you that too. I will have some eggs and some smoked salmon in a heartbeat. Yeah, he said long lasting friendship. Oh, and connections. Now, some people are saying that Darius had the meal catered. Darius, we need the footage of you actually cooking in the kitchen, okay? We know you had the turban on. That was to keep the sweat of the brow. We need to see. We need to see because the kitchen in the back there look a little too clean too. It looked like we slid the catered food over into dishes. But yes, Lauren did say that Darius and the other men are excellent cooks. We're going to allow that. The ladies say they're excellent cooks. We're gonna allow that, but we can still make jokes. But we at least saying it's a joke, okay? We ain't going too far. We ain't going the friendship far, okay? So then, why is it that Cardi decide, Mr. Deep, where did everybody sleep last night? Where did everybody sleep last night? Where y'all sleep last night? I'm like, Ashley, what the? Excuse me? Excuse me? Now, here's the theory as to why he's wearing the turban. Because he didn't bring his spray on here airbrush kit. Okay. Okay. Now, there's going to come out here in the next episode and he going to have no turban on and y'all going to take back all of y'all words about him. I'm waiting for it. So, when Cardi asked, where'd y'all sleep last night? Donna's like, why don't you go first? I'm like, Donna, why are you in my business and not telling your own first? What you do is where y'all sleep last night? Because I slept in my bed, but I was hearing pitter patter of feet in the hallway. Where'd y'all sleep last night? That's how you ask that question, Cardi. So that Donna don't come back saying, you want to go first? Tell your business first. Don't be all up in my business. Ashante said, Cardi was a guest in her room, but it was PG. PG? I need to know PG-13, PG-17. What kind of PG, Ashante? Because it levels to PG. But the fact you said he was a guest in your room, he was supposed to sleep elsewhere, and the pitter patter of his feet came to yours. Yeah. So then they asked Vince, where did you sleep? No, Vince asked, where did you sleep? Asking Ashley. Ashley said, I don't tell my business. I don't give a damn about who's sharing or what they're sharing. I'm not telling my business. I said, Ashley, thank you. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Vince said that he slept in his bed. Maybe Steven, didn't sleep in his own bed. Maybe, Steven crept across the room and was snuggled up next to Vince at some point, but Vince don't know if that happened or not. He said, but he woke up and was stayed in his bed. But wait a minute. Vince, if that is true, how do you know Donna didn't sleep in hers? Vince, I know you left the chat. Vince, I know you left the chat, but we gonna clip this and send it to you. If you slept in your bed all night, how do you know Donna didn't sleep in hers? all I'm saying. So Vince said, Bella, where'd you sleep? Bella said, in a bed. Vince is like, by yourself? And Shannon's like, don't lie. Because Shannon's like, y'all took my room. Y'all took my room. Y'all. So I know you ain't sleep in the room by yourself. But he said in a bed. But granted, that room has 2 beds. That's probably a sofa bed. And that's a bed. Okay. As somebody said, we gotta check the pillowcases. We gotta check the pillowcases. But Shannon, y'all passenger in the back seat, said, don't lie. Don't lie. Dom said she will not share any bedtime stories when the production asked her. She said, because she's a lady. And if y'all know Shanae from Martin, because she's a lady, she is not sharing any bedtime stories. Vince slept in his bed after he couldn't find Donna. Okay, Ellen V, you have, cleared the mystery. Okay. Now Bella had Dom on the sofa while he took the bed. Hey, I'm just saying there's a sofa bed in the room and there's a bed. Bella said he slept in a bed. Maybe it was a sofa bed. I don't know. She's a lady. When in Rome said this is the type of lady she is, maybe a lady of the night. Hey, when in Rome, that's your thought. That ain't mine. That's your thought. But she said, I'm not sharing any bedtime stories. Now, Vince, that's when he asked Donna, where'd you sleep? Because I was looking for you. We didn't hear an answer. Okay. We did not hear Donna. We saw her chuckle. But my theory is Donna, he went looking for you and couldn't find you because we knew he knew where you were sleeping, Donna. Because he told us you downstairs and I'm up there, or was it I'm up here and you down there? To restrict from the animal urges. Vince knew where you were sleeping, Donna, but he couldn't find you at a particular time of the night. My theory is Donna was with the crew checking on the camera footage in the hallways to see where everybody was going to end up that night. Remember, Donna told us that she investigates. She looks into things, she knows, and she investigates. And I'm thinking Donna is keeping tabs. The best way to keep tabs of your connection is to be in that crew room, checking them cameras. Y'all, if y'all been around Ready to Love for a while, y'all remember the resort when we saw people walk into people's rooms? Donna checking out that footage. Okay, Steven in his room. Okay, Vince in his room. Okay, y'all, I'm going to be back in 3 hours and check them cameras again. Donna went, took a cat nap. Donna went, took a cat nap. Donna came back. And like, anybody move? Everybody in their own bed? Clock it. Attendance. That's the best way to do the investigations. Okay. She'd have known that Carday was a guest in Ashante's room. I need y'all to rewind the last 3 hours of footage. Okay. Let me investigate. Okay. My connection stayed in their bed. We good. That's why she was good at breakfast. You could not find her, Vince, because she was checking the camera footage and investigating y'all. Because she needs to know if y'all, given the opportunity, will be walking on over here down the hallway, creaking on the footsteps down to somebody else's room. Okay? I'm sorry, Ellen V. I'm sorry. I am sorry. That is exactly what I did. Yes, Donna and her calculations. Donna told us she investigates. And that is the best way with everybody in the house. Go in the crew room, look at the footage, and see what's going on. Okay? Vince said he was in Donna's room. She wasn't there. Where would she be? Hey, Sean, I'm diabolical today. Hey, it's plausible. At least, you know what? I'm projecting. I'm sorry, Donna. I'm projecting. Because I would do that. I know I daggone sure would be checking camera footage. I'll be going to crew room. Yeah. And I'm going to have to look and see where everybody is for the last 3 hours. Now, Quay, why are you telling Sean my business? Sean going to have to scroll back and see if I'm diabolical or not. Okay. Now we see that Steven texts everybody outside. Everybody outside. What's Aaron said? Trust that Donna always knows. Exactly. I'm just telling you how she may have learned, how she may know. Okay. The crew room is the easiest way to find out all that information. Okay. All that information, unless you bug in each room, which I don't think she ain't that invested in stuff, but she gonna find out. So Steven says we gonna paint some pots. Okay, we're going outside by the lake, down by the riverside, going down by the riverside, and we gonna paint some plant pots. Dom, Bello, Ashley, Darius, Cardi, and Shannon were with him. You're gonna design a pot and you're gonna give it to your connection. Then Tommy arrives and said, we got to talk to the menses in them because a woman is going home. And then we see the dreaded to be continued. Now that's what I don't like. Tommy, tell production, if y'all need 30 extra minutes, we here for it. But just show us at least who's on the bottom. At least who's on the bottom. But what we do see in the previews, is that we see a few people except two. So my theory is that Lauren and Shannon at the bottom. And since we done seen these highlights, I'm thinking Shannon going home. I'm sorry. I'm thinking, just like Dom tripped over her bag, I hope Shannon don't trip over her bag on the way out. I'm sorry. It sounded like when Steven, in the clips and the highlights we see, and Steven's like, oh, this one is for Shannon. And the way like, oh, poor thing. That's how it sounded. It sounded like poor thing. Okay. Donna's here and she isn't denying it. Elle said, you might be onto something. Hey, I'm just saying my theory. Donna does not need to confirm or deny for me. I live in my head. I'm like card A tonight. Okay. I'm going to live in my head. I'm going to be as deep as I need to be. I am a metaphor. Okay. I'm going to be exactly how I want to think. Okay. I'm a metaphor tonight. I think Lauren is going home. Oh, but we see Lauren in the highlights. We see Lauren getting a plant pot from Steven in the highlights. We see Lauren having, a conversation. So I think it may be Shannon. Highly likely it's Shannon. Okay. Highly likely. The minute you clocked the man with a jive, I knew actually. So since we have L metaphor, thank you, LNV. L metaphor. Now, on a serious note, we talked about something tonight and we heard something. And Donna, since you are here, please, and this is serious, all jokes aside, I will love to read your dissertation when it is published. Please, you have, all my information is down in the description. I would love to read your dissertation. I would love to read your study and your research, because when I heard that, the minute I heard the spending habits of the millennials, I said, girl, yes. I mean, I would have been the third wheel in conversation. I wouldn't be asking you to sit like Shannon, but I'd be like, girl, I need to read that. I really want to read that information. Okay. It's Shannon and Lauren. Shannon is the one going home. It's just like the cliffhanger with Christina and Donna. I knew it was Christina. The trailers were giving everything away. The editors need to step it up. Well, now we see it in the trailers. Okay. Now we see it in the trailers. You missed that. Oh, published later this year. Yes. Then you see, then we'll have to go and it'll have to be Dr. Donna. Okay, it'll have to be Dr. Donna. Put some respect on her name. And don't let nobody, call you, like how Dr. Condoleezza Rice, like Dr. Condi. Don't let nobody shorten your doctorate. But definitely awesome. Published later this year. I definitely want to read it. Lotus is like, we want to read the dissertation. Congratulations, Donna. Yes, I definitely want to read it. I'll read it and recap it here. Truly, because I am interested in their spending habits. I'm truly interested in what they spend on. Not only that, what they prioritize in their spending. That is absolutely, and then compare it to the generations before. Absolutely amazing. Okay. Yes. Come on, publication. Your work is essential out in this world. Dr. Donna. Yes. That is our, the one serious time we have tonight. Okay. The one serious time. But y'all, just to let y'all know, make sure you hit that like. But remember, we have a new segment around here. Courtesy Access Lauren's podcast. I'll let y'all know. Ed last podcast decided to make me his alpha and omega. He called me out in the beginning and the end of the podcast. And because y'all know I'm with it, because y'all know I'm petty, okay? Y'all know I'm petty. I not only created the soundbite of what he said.
You better ask El said.
Not only did I create a soundbite, I created a musical.
L said. You better ask L said.
You better ask El Cid. Thank you, Ed, for contributing to the channel. People can call me whatever they want as long as they put the doctor in the front. I love my work and research. It's fascinating. Yes, it is, Donna. We will be looking out for it. Yes, we know Ready to Love will, of course, sunset and another group will come on. But definitely, we are interested in your research and, your socials. Once you publish, let us know. And I will make sure to put it out here in a post where to find it, and how people can definitely read it and support you. Definitely, we will definitely support that information. Heck, you're gonna help Vince too, because if his kids are millennials, he gonna want to read that too. Oh, he said get her at, hey, when in Rome, come with it. We love it. We love it. Girl, we made it into a segment. We made it into a segment. Okay. Okay. Sean, don't judge me. Judge somebody else. I'm gonna be Darius. See, I'm already like Cardi tonight. I said I'm a metaphor. Now I'm gonna be like Darius. Don't judge me. I'm not having it. Don't judge me. I'm not having it. But yes, congratulations, Donna, on your upcoming publication, your upcoming, doctorate. We are here for it, for our excellence. Definitely. So, Jaguar always comes up with names. A nickname for Donna is MathNet. Okay. Dr. MathNet. No, Jaguar, you gonna call it that. I'm not. I'm not. And Donna, if you will, we can have some interesting conversations. My first major in college was math. I got all the way up to calculus 3 and said, where am I going with this? I don't want to go to NASA. I don't want to do Earth's geometry. Heck no. So I pivoted. You see, I'm Darius again. I'm using his words. I made a pivot, not a change. I made a pivot. Okay. Still numbers, but I made a pivot. Okay. Am I something else, Sean? No. We're having fun here. We all know this is an edited, produced show. The first 30 seconds when it's an opening to this channel, I let y'all know this does not encapsulate who these people are. This is also not the real dating dynamic. This is definitely for entertainment purposes only. Okay? Entertainment purposely only. So make sure that when you're looking at this, while we're judging the moment, we have to pull the pieces, and the pieces we don't see. Also, Donna, what I was asking is we didn't see how Donna, Vince, Darius, and Ashley got to the cabin. I like to see how those car rides were. Okay, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Okay. She says, "Wow, I went directly to the army to be a mathematician. Thank you so very much. I really appreciate all y'all's support. You're welcome, Donna. We gonna support you here, definitely. I'm serious. I want to read your dissertation, your publication. Let us know wherever you're published, and even when you are self-published, definitely let us know. So, y'all, we are definitely going to close out. Thank y'all so much for being here. We gonna play this one more time, one more again.
You better ask L said.
And that will be a segment. You better ask El Cid is now a segment on this channel. Okay. Donna's like, well, Vince and I wrote together. I'll leave it there. Okay. Good to know. Good to know, because we know Vince not here. So you could tell Vince's business. You could tell Vince's business because he not here. And he ain't going to tack back to watch this. He ain't coming back. Okay? Okay? He is not coming back to watch this. In all seriousness, congratulations, Dr. Donna. Yes, congratulations. Y'all, thank y'all so much for being here. Make sure you hit that like. Any show that you want to see, definitely check my shorts. I always have clips of the shorts there. I also covered All's Fair. But this Thursday, Love is Blind Germany comes out. I cover the Love is Blind International and US versions. Fridays, I also have El Cid Unscripted, where we talk about anything. It's going to be a You Better Ask El Cid all Friday at 5 p.m. EST. We're gonna have a good time. And my members know the year in music. My members will know the year in music we're gonna cover. And members, we're gonna do some movies from that year as well. We're gonna talk about it. And then we watch Ready to Love live together from 7:45 in the evening. Saturday, we're covering RuPaul's Drag Race, and then we're live talking about Germany on Sunday. But definitely, we are here. We're going to be back next week with Ready to Love, our recap and review. And maybe we'll have more musicals. Maybe we'll have more sound bites. I don't know. I don't know. But stay tuned. But thank you all for being here. And as I always say, I'll see you on the next one.